It boggles the mind when you think how much our world has changed in the last few decades. Nowadays, you can get just about anything you want delivered to your front door. Not so long ago, though, especially out in the country, you were lucky to have a general store nearby for those essentials. Well, as Gretchen discovered, the folks in Etheridge, Tennessee still count themselves lucky every day thanks to a place called Ike's Amish Depot.
We're kind of a curiosity shop. We have a lot of those pieces that maybe their grandparents might have had in their homes, and it just kind of triggers that memory. It's a very comfortable feeling.
A comfortable feeling. That perfectly describes the sensation upon entering Ike's Amish Depot. Stepping back to a simpler time when this was an isolated country farmhouse and the home of Anna Goolsby's grandparents.
My grandparents, they moved here in the late 30s, back before we had the highway and we had all of these other stores. People would stop by for water and supplies on their way to wherever they were going, and they said, why not just make it a storefront? And so my grandfather got together with his wife's brothers, put a storefront on the building, kind of finished it out, got some stock for it, and they turned it into like a general store. And that was about 1942 whenever that happened. And whenever my father inherited it after he came back from the Vietnam War, he decided to kind of reinvigorate that feeling.
Anna's father turned it into a museum of sorts, a testament to life in the 30s and 40s.
One thing you'll notice is, of course, all the signage. My dad, he collects signs, and he thinks that it's a perfect representation of what was important at the time, what people were marketing, what people really looked for, and so we have a lot of beautiful signage. One thing to note is that everything in the store is either the 1950s or older. So nothing in here is after 1950. And we actually still have our 48 star flag up there as kind of a memento from that early time when it first started as a store.
If the memorabilia isn't enough to tempt you, how about another popular period piece, the soda fountain?
This is actually a 1930s soda pop station. So everything in here still functions like it used to, same kind of ice cream you would have had back then. You can either get a scoop of it or you can make it into a root beer float or have a nice little milkshake.
I like the milkshakes. I get ice cream cones a lot, mostly chocolate.
And you said chocolate, right?
Yes, ma'am. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. Heck, I'll have one of everything. But the Depot can do more than satisfy your sweet tooth. They have real stick-to-your-ribs food. You probably shouldn't ask for a salad.
I like to come here and get a fried bologna sandwich or a hamburger.
Fried bologna. Now you're talking.
So all of the food that we serve here, just like all of the antiques that we have, just like all of the services we offer, it's like, again, you're back in the 1940s. We have burgers and chips and things like that. Just simple food that'll fill you up and get you ready to go on your way.
On your way to explore places of interest and people of interest. I mean, there's a reason it's called Ike's Amish Depot.
A lot of our customers come just to enjoy the Amish community. You can visit their homes, you can see them make the bread, you can go to their fruit stands and talk with them and learn more about their lifestyle. It's just interesting to have that. It shows that special part of Lawrence County. You know, we have these people here that do have that lifestyle that represents what Lawrence County used to be. You know, we didn't used to have electricity. We used to go a lot slower. We didn't have our fast cars. We didn't have a highway. And people like that do get left behind as we modernize, and it's important for us to make sure we have resources in place for these people.
The Depot has a history of serving the local Amish community. Not burgers and shakes, but transportation. You see, the Amish won't fly by plane, but they will go Greyhound.
Amish, they're limited in their mobility. They can't drive, they can't use planes, anything like that. And so the Greyhound bus station was a very necessary part of their life. And so my dad carries on the tradition of making sure that they have transportation. And so it's an acting bus station for the Amish in our community.
Since the Amish don't own modern forms of transportation, the Depot kindly offers an old-fashioned parking garage.
We're the only Greyhound bus station that has a livery stable. Where would they keep their horse and buggy while they're away? Well, they park them out in our livery stable. And of course, like, local people will care for them, you know, their family and such will care for them, make sure that the horses are taken care of. And of course, we monitor them as well. It's something that we do for them so that they feel comfortable and safe, so that they can go and visit their family or, you know, anything like that.
Every Saturday, my Nana gets us, and she brings us here to get lunch sometimes. And then usually we'll go outside and look at all the cars pass by and sit on the bench and talk to everyone.
Just have a screen up, nothing.
Simpler times, simple pleasures. Neighbor helping neighbor. That's the comfortable feeling you get at the depot.
The main reason that it was open was to support the community, and that's still the main focus of this store today, is to support the community we care so much about and to support the state that we love so much. And so not only can you come by here and get a fun little tchotchke for your friends, you can buy something that was manufactured just down the road. We carry things that were built and manufactured here in Tennessee, and it's a sense of pride for our family to not only be a part of just the Lawrenceburg community, but to be a part of the community of this state.